Good morning everyone. My name is Manas Kumar Tare. I am your new mathematics teacher. So students, today we will start a new chapter, chapter number 1, that is rational and irrational numbers. So before moving to the chapter, let us review some old concept which we have studied in lower class. So first, what is natural numbers? All counting numbers are called natural numbers. The number which are used to count something, that is natural numbers. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all are natural numbers. Now what is whole numbers? All counting numbers together with 0 form the collection of all whole numbers. For example, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all are whole numbers. If you add 0 in the collection of natural number, then it will become whole numbers. Then integers. All whole numbers and negatives of all counting numbers form the collection of all integers. Now it is integers, all whole numbers. All whole number means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the whole numbers. And the negative of all counting numbers that are -5, -4, -3, -2, -1. These are the negative of all counting numbers. So the collection of these numbers are called integers. Now fraction. The number of the form a by b, where a and b are natural numbers, are called fraction. For example, 2 by 3, 4 by 7, 9 by 1 are the example of fraction, or you can say rational numbers. Now moving to the chapter, we have terminating decimal. Terminating decimal means if I write 1 by 4, okay, if I write 1 by 4 means 1 divided by 4. So 1 divided by 4. So if I divide 1 by 4, what do we get? Is 1 is smaller than 4, so put a 0 here and decimal point. So 4 2 ja 8, 10 minus 8 is 2. Then put a 0 here. 4 5 ja 20. Now 20 minus 20 is 0. So 1 divided by 4 becomes 0.25. So here when I divide 1 by 4, we get 0.25 and no remainder is left. The remainder is 0, so no remainder is left. So what is the definition of terminating decimal? In order to express a fraction p by q in decimal form, we divide p by q. If after a finite number of steps no remainder is left, then we call it a terminating decimal. For example, 1 by 4 equal to 0.25, and here as no remainder is left, then we call it 1 by 4 is a terminating decimal. Clear? Now here we actually divide the number, then we can say the fraction is a terminating decimal. But without actual division, we can also say whether the fraction is a terminating decimal or not. For that, we have a rule. Now what is the rule? A fraction p by q is a terminating decimal only when prime factors of q, that is denominator, are out of 2 and 5 only. It actually say in a fraction, if the prime factors of denominator, if we do the prime factorization of denominator, then if we get 2 or 5 or both 2 and 5 only, then the fraction can be a terminating decimal. Let us understand with an example. Now here the instruction is given without actual division, find out which of the following fraction are decimal are terminating decimal. Now I have to find out these two fraction. First one is 11 by 20. 11 by 20. First you have to write the given number is 11 by 20. Now 20 equal to 2 into 2 into 5. It actually do prime factorization. If you do prime factorization of 20, then 2 10 ja 20, 2 5 ja 10. So 20 can be written as 2 into 2 into 5, and these numbers are what? These are the prime factors of 20. These are the prime factors of 20. So the prime factors of 20 are 2 and 5 only. Hence 11 by 20 is a terminating decimal. Apart from 2 and 5, if you get another any number, then it will not become a terminating decimal. Let us see the example 2. We have to check the fraction 17 by 30 is a terminating decimal or not. So we do prime factorization of the denominator, that is 30. So 2 15 ja 30, then again 3 5 ja 15. So 30 because 30 equal to 2 into 3 into 5, and these are the prime factors of 30. But you clearly see that there is another number 3 is present here. So according to the rule, if you get only 2 and 5, if you get the prime factors of denominator are 2 and 5 only, then we can say the fraction is a terminating decimal. Apart from 2 and 5, if you get any number, then it is not a terminating decimal. So hence the prime factors of 30 are 2, 3 and 5. To a 17 by 30 is a non-terminating repeating decimal. Now here you see a new term, the repeating decimal. Now what is repeating decimal? A decimal in which a digit or a set of digits repeats continually is called a repeating, recurring, periodic or a circulating decimal. It has actually 4 names: repeating, recurring, periodic and circulating decimal. In a decimal, if a digits or set of digits repeat continually, for example 1 by 3, if we divide 1 by 3, we get 1 by 3. 1 is smaller than 3, that's why you put a 0 here and a decimal point. 3 3 ja 9. 10 minus 9 equal to 1. Then again put a 0. 3 3 ja 9. 10 minus 9, again 1 and 0. So you clearly see that this process never ends. The digits 3 repeats continually. So 1 by 3 is a 0.333 is a repeating decimal. Now here is another example, 17 by 30. If we divide 17 by 30, you will get 0.142857. Then again you will get 142857. Here the digits 1 for the sets of digits 142857 repeats forever. So 17 by 30 is a repeating decimal. Now the notation for a repeating decimal: if in a repeating decimal, if only one digit is repeated, then a dot or a bar is placed above it. For example 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is 0.666. So instead of 0.666, we can write 0.6 and put a dot above the 6, or you can write 0.6 and put a bar above 6. Now if two digits is repeated, then we put two. Then we have to put dot above each repeating digits, or you can put a bar above the both digits like this. Now if sets of digits repeated, then you have to put dot in first and last repeating digits, or you can put a bar above the entire period of repeating digits. Here you clear, for example 15 by 17. Okay, when you divide 15 by 7, you will get 2.142857, then again 142857. So here the sets of digit is 142857. So you can put a dot in the first and last repeating digits, that is 1 and 7, or you can put a bar entire the period of repeating digits like this. Now decimal fraction. A fraction whose denominator is 10. A fraction whose denominator is 10 or a power of 10 is called a decimal fraction. For example 3 by 10. Okay, here denominator is what? 10. So 3 by 10 is a decimal fraction. Now another example 23 by 100. 100 is what? 100 equal to 10 to the power 2. So the denominator is power of 10. That's why 23 by 100 is a decimal fraction. Now vulgar fraction. Vulgar fraction is actually opposite to the decimal fraction. A fraction whose denominator cannot be expressed as a power of 10 is called vulgar fraction. For example 11 by 30. 30 cannot be expressed as the power of 10. That's why 11 by 30 is a vulgar fraction. Now another example 17 by 150. 150 is also cannot be expressed as the power of 10. That's why 17 by 150 is a vulgar fraction. Now look at some solved examples of your books. Example 1. Express 0.145. Express 0.145 is a fraction in its lowest terms. Here you have to write. First you have to convert the decimal the decimal number, that is 0.145, into fraction. For that you have to first eliminate the decimal point and write the number, that is 145. Then write 1 here and count the number present after the decimal point. Here the number present after the decimal numbers are 3. Here there are 3 numbers are present after the decimal point. So you have to put 3 digits. If you have 2 digits or 2 digits after decimal point, then you have to put 20. Like that you can convert a decimal numbers into a fraction. After that you can reduce the fraction by the HCF of these two numbers. Then when you reduce the numbers, reduce the fraction 145 by 1000, you will get 29 by 200. Now example 3. Express 0.6 bar as vulgar fraction. Here first you have to write let x equal to 0.6 bar. Okay, then write x equal to 0.666, then put some dots here and mark it as equation 1. Okay, here 1 digits is repeats, that is 6. 1 digits is repeats. 1 digit repeats here. That's why you have to multiply the equation by 10. If two digits repeats, then you have to multiply the equation by 100. As here one digit repeats, that's why I multiply the equation 1 by 10. When I multiply equation 1 by 10, I get 10x equal to 6.666. Now you have to subtract equation 1 from equation 2. We get 9x equal to 6, because 10x minus x equal to 9x, and 6.666 minus 0.666 become 6. So now x equal to 6 by 9. If you reduce the fraction, you will get 2 by 3. Hence 0.6 bar is what? 0.6 bar equal to 2 by 3. Now example 7. Example 7 is what? Express 0.456 bar as vulgar fraction in simplest form. Like previous example, you have to write let x equal to 0.456 bar, then write x equal to 0.4565656, and it is equation 1. Then multiply 10 here. Then multiply equation 1 by 10. You will get 10x equal to 4.565658. Now here you cannot subtract equation 1 from equation 2, because the decimal numbers are different here. Okay, so here you have to multiply the equation 2 by 100, because here the two digits repeats, that is 5 and 6. That's why you have to multiply the equation 2 by 100. Now you get 1000x equal to 456.565652. There is equation 3. Now you can subtract equation 2 from equation 3. We get 996 equal to 452. So x equal to 452 by 990. If you reduce the fraction, you'll get 226 by 495. Hence 0.456 were equal to 226 by 495. Now moving to your exercise A. Question number 1. Without actual division, find which of the following are terminating decimal. Here I have taken bit 1, 9 by 25. Without actual division, we have to find out whether the number is whether the fraction is terminating decimal or not. So first you have to write the given number is 9 by 25. Now 25 equal to 5 into 5, because if you do the prime factorization of 25, you will get 5 into 5. So you can write 25 equal to 5 and 5, and these numbers are what? These numbers are the prime factors of 25. So prime factors of 25 is 5 only. That's why it is an terminating decimal. Now question number 2. Convert each of the following decimal into a vulgar fraction in its lowest form. Here I have taken the question bit 3 is 1.08. First you have to convert the decimal into fraction. Okay, so 1.08 becomes 108 by 100. Then you have to reduce the fraction. You have to divide the fraction by its HCF, by the HCF of these two numbers. Then you will get 27 by 25. Now question number 3. Convert each of the following fraction into decimal. Okay, here you have to find you have to convert 1 by 8 into decimal. So if you convert, wait a minute, Okay, here you have to divide the number 1 by 8. As 1 is smaller, put a 0 in decimal point. 8 1 ja 8, 10 minus 8 is what? 2. Then again put a 0 here. 8 2 ja 16. 26 minus 20 minus 16 is 4. Then again put a 0 here. 8 5 ja 8 5 ja 40. So 40 minus 40 equal to 0. So 1 by 8 become 1.125. Okay, this is how you have to convert the fraction into decimal. Now question number 4. Express 15 by 56 as decimal. Correct to 4 decimal place. First you have to divide 15 by 56. Okay, then you have to write 4 digits after the decimal point. After the decimal points you have to write 4 digits. Like that, in question number 5 you have to write 3 digits after the decimal points. Now question number 6. By actual division, show that 11 by 9 equal to 1.2 bar. Here you have to divide the number 11 by 11. Wait a minute. 11 by 9. Then you have to prove that whether the 11 by 9 is 1.2 bar or not. Okay. Now question number 7. Express each of the following as a vulgar fraction. I have already discussed this. How to express the following into vulgar fraction. Like example 7 and example 3. I think. Wait. Example 3 and example 7. Like that you have to solve the question number 7. Okay. So this was for today. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. Okay. So thank you students. Have a great day.